So very first, if you see in your document, there is a first task. Think about example. Let's see the page number. You can go to the second page number, right? The second page number. We start from the topic program structure. Okay, so every higher level language has some program structure. I hope you know very well. So today I'm going to start with the basic program structures. That is the if else. So understand the if else, how we can use if and else. But before that, we need to understand what command will help us in the Linux to know about this decision. Okay, so important command, please try if you can try test command. You know, test command is important. You can try. So after test command, you can pass any number, example 5. Suppose, and you know what is this? LT. This is actually operators. Example here like this. Can you see the screen? This is less than operator. Okay, but in Bash we use this one hyphen LT. Okay, LT mean to say less than. So 6. So it will check the logical expression. Basically, you can see the document test 5 is less than 6 and see something happened in the system. So what happened in the system? The logical expression has been executed, and then after you can use this special variable. You know, last time I told you, I think when we discussed about the parameter, right? Do you remember the parameter? We use some parameter, example $hash, $1, $2, same here. So this is also the parameter which will tell us what is the last command executed. Now, what was the last command? Test 5 less than 6, and see it is 0. That means think about it is true or false. False. If it is false, you will get a 0. Now you can try to change this number. Example 5 is example here. Try to do with the example greater than. 5 is greater than here about what? Example 10. And you know, we know it is not a bigger than 10. And what will the result? 1. Think about here. So basically something happening in the system, it will check the logical expression. Okay, so I will use this test command in my script. So let's try to do that. So first of all, what we do, try to look the task number C. Task number C in your, I think you can try with the task number C. Okay, so Vim and give the name nick.sh. So you want to compare your nickname with this. So basically it is for the decision here. So you can create a script with any editor. I told you I will use a Vim editor. So you can use Nano or whatever. And then after, what you will do, you will enter the very first line. What was the first line? Hash explanation note bin bash. Okay, and this is your first line. And here, this is the task here. Think about here, this task. So decide whether any number, any word, sorry, here. Okay, so decide whether any given word is equal to the nickname or not. The word is given by the parameter. We need to give the word by the parameter. So how we can do that? And think about the parameter again. So word need to be given by the parameter. So what is the parameter is? First parameter is $1. You remember? So now you can decide your word. Okay, so just read the task and follow the same. First of all, you will decide your variable. The word will be given by a parameter here. Okay, so you have decide very easily here. Okay, you can write here word given by first param. Very simple. We are done. And then after, what we can do here, your nickname, whether a given word is equal to your nickname. Okay, so you have to also decide your nickname. So example here, nickname, you can give any full name which you want. So after nickname, you can put any example here. Let's say I can put example Linux. Okay, suppose the nickname of the user is suppose Linux. Okay, so we decided our variable and now we want to test it. We want to check the decision. So how we can use if? Please see, you please try to use the if. So this is the again a high level language if, but I will use with the test command. So what I will use test command. Now what I wanted to check the value of the word which is passed by the first parameter we decided upside, and then after you can use the right now because the word is a string, then I would like to go with this operator. Okay. So if you want to compare the string, you should use this operator. Okay. But if we want to compare number, we will use this operator later on, but we will see later. Okay. Think about. And then after you want to compare that word with your nickname. And what is the nickname is Linux is already there. So practically you are going to compare two variable, nothing else. It is true now. And then after what we can do, we have to pass one more short command like this then. So example, high level language, we use such a bracket, but here don't worry, don't need to use. Okay. You have to use then. Okay. After then you can print whatever you want. So what is the print command? Echo. Very good. You can give echo. And here you can write here whatever you want. Example, same nickname or something. Okay. Okay. So this is the first part based on the condition. Another part is the like same other language like else part. Can you see? So you can also print another part which will execute based on the false condition. If the condition is match, you can go with the echo same. Otherwise, go with the another echo. So another echo, you can see not same. Okay. Now what we do always in every block, you need to start and you need to close. Example here, this is the start and need to be closed. Do you remember? Every language we have the syntax, but here in this case, you want to close the if block. So how we can close the if block? Which command will give we have to do? Which command I need to pass? The opposite of if. What is the opposite of if? P. Okay. So it is done. So you see how it is interesting. So you can use opposite word. This is the bash rule and syntax. Be careful. So now I think we are done with this task. Now try to how to execute this script. Escape and shift colon and then after WQ and try to execute it. Okay. So how to give the permission? chmod u plus x. U plus x. And then after what is the script name? nick.sh. Think. So now do enter. Now need to execute again. // and nick. Okay. And here you can give the name example hello. Can you see right now? Hello is not same with the nickname. Nickname was the Linux. Okay, you can check here the script. How to check the script? With cat command. Can you see what I decided? This was my nickname, Linux. So now if I pass this nickname, so what will happen? It should be give the result. It is the same. Can you see right now? This is same. So now I'm going to show you the script. This is the script and how to execute / nick Linux and then example any other word, example hello. So guys, what is the next task is decide whether a given number is in between two numbers, right? And two numbers basically the range n and m. So you have to decide here. Obviously you can give a test command. I have told you. And here, if you want to use a test command, you can use this operator, which we use that. And this time, what we wanted to do. So the first parameter is greater than equal to here. What I can write here? Second parameter. What is second parameter? $2, not $2.
Yes.
So remember, dollar is important. Otherwise, you will find the error. Okay, here, what is the 5? What should I write here? Very good. Third parameter.
Wait, so first parameter?
Yes.
Common thing, right?
Yes. So this is the idea, you know. So this is your range. This is your N and your M. In examination, you will solve such a task very easily.
Wait, so here it should be 2, right?
You know, because here you will see this is my first parameter. I will give the first parameter, this number. I want to check it in the lies in the range or not.
Okay.
So this is the idea. Okay. So here I can write here example between range, or maybe whatever you wanted to do, it is your choice, or maybe out of a range, something like you can print. So here, so I think it is good. Now what we can do, we need to execute this script name number. So example, this is the first example 4, and you can write 1 and 5. So that means it is in between two numbers based on your condition, actually, based on your idea. So here example 40. It is not in this range actually. So you know what is this 40? Which parameter? First parameter. This is the second parameter. I can show you a script again. Script is this. So guys, this is your way how to handle the script. So please try. So let me know, is it good for everybody? Are you understandable what is happening here?
So they say you have to write as M and
N and M is your choice. You can take by the keyboard, you can take by the parameter. So if you want to take by the keyboard, read command. Last week we did it.
no, but like I didn't.
This is the task actually. The N and M should be the parameter. So I decided this can be this. You can decide. This is your choice. So example, second parameter can be N, third parameter can be M, and first parameter is my target. I want to, you know, this is your choice how to deal with the script. So please check out, is it good for you or not? Okay, guys, I hope you can do that. And let's try to do some more. The task number A, somewhere you can find the task number A. So here, Vim, and I can use example compare some number again. So I will use the same way, but let's see. So can you see this task somewhere in your document? I hope you can find. So this task is the, I think page number 2 you can find and try to do. So how to solve this task? This time, forget about the parameter. Think about this time they are asking you read the number. So Aditya, you ask this time you can read the number. So in the read the number, what command will help us? Read command. Forget the parameter. So what to do now? Yes, echo is very nice, but I told you the professional way, directly use a read command with which option? Which option? P option. Do you remember last time I discussed with you? And here you can write here, enter your number. This is your prompt. And here you can decide your variable. Example A. A is your simple variable, which you can give the number and it will store in the A. Right? And then after, try to start your if block if you can try. So how to do that? Simply if test. You want to test the number. If test. So test is very important, which evaluate the, I told you, logical expression. And that number, $A, okay? And here you can write any example operator, greater than, equal, okay? So maybe greater than equal is nice. Sometimes it is good because 0 is also important to consider.
Is the operator for equal minus e? What is it? For example,
Where is echo? Oh, you can try here because, example here. Echo is also important because in the task it is written, you can use echo. Here, enter number. You see, echo number, it is also okay. But in that time, that's the example is suppose here, you can remove this. In that time, you can write here, simple.
sorry, I'm not asking it. When we are writing like if test $A minus G,
Mhm.
can we use what is the operator like GE, but for just before?
Yes.
Great.
You see here, this is actually the operator, greater than equal operator. So, and then after I will give any other variable. So I'm comparing two numbers, or maybe I'm comparing two variables. Right now, what should I put it here? Any number example, let's see 5. So I'm comparing the $A with the 5 simply. So you see, because in the task it is written echo, you can use, but I don't recommend you directly use this way. So it is nice. Okay. So it is good. Now, what you can write here, which command we need to pass? Then, very good. Then, so this number is greater than or equal to 5, or maybe let's try to go with the, let's see, 10, because in the number you can give 10 as well. This is your choice.
You don't have to put $sign when you first assign a variable.
Here,
No, after when you
here, here,
initialize the variable.
here, no need.
Oh, okay.
It is simple way, okay? So here, what I can write here, if this number is greater than equal to 10, so what should I write here? So you can pass very easily echo statement. And here you can write whatever you write. Example, the $A. And you know what is $A? Is the same variable A. So this number should be the greater than. So $A is, maybe I can write is greater than, or maybe this is your condition actually, or maybe equal this 10. Think about. Okay, and then you are done. So again, if you want to give more condition, so what you will write here? Else. You can write else here as well. Okay. And then after, what we can do more, one more condition you want to put. In that case, if again test $A, this time you want to change, suppose your condition one more, example, hyphen less than one more number, example 5. Okay, this time this number is a lower than 5. So this is your choice how to do that. So I try to expand this script with more conditions. So now what should I pass then? Okay, and then what you can write here? This number is this time lower than or equal maybe 5, because depending on your conditions, right? Check please. So
what's the meaning of putting test in there?
Meaning of a
Test
will evaluate two logical expressions here. So $A greater than 10. So in the beginning, when you were not here, I discussed test command. Okay, so please try to see, and this way you can do. So one more condition if you want to give, you can give such a more condition. This is your choice. But if you want to give a condition, you should use the if. But let's try to stop it here. So here I can simply pass the by default condition here. So you can also put in the else part. So else part, what you can write here, that means let's see that number in between let's see 5 and 10. So you can put your condition. Maybe the number will be greater than 10 or maybe lower than 5 or otherwise in between 5 and 10. Okay, so think about now the time comes for closing the block. How we can closing the block? Which command? Opposite pass, opposite fire. Okay, so one more 5 need to put. Why? Because how many if I used? 2. So it makes sense to close that one. Now I think we almost done with the script. Okay, so here you put a more conditions with more conditions with the more test if block and then try to. So what is the script is this? Can you see right now how to execute? Bash compare and then after you see here and do enter because the script for the read command from the keyboard. Example here, let's try to give a 55. So 55 number is a not a in the range or maybe not a less than 10. So it is a greater than or equal 10. So this is the the condition which I do. Next time you can try again. Example, let's say 7. So 7 is lies in between the 5 and 10. Think about. So and let's see one more example when 1. It is lower than 5. Think. So guys, let me know. Are you understandable what is happening in this script? Yes, you can try with the one line as well. You have to put a. Yes, you can try with the. You have to try more operators as well. Okay, but the good way and good syntax is this. You can try with this. So please try, guys. Is it working at your terminal? So what is the error you are finding on this terminal? So I suggest you try to log in again from there or try to use the putty.
But it's annoying because this you have to log in like after every time.
So for this lab, you have a problem. Last time you had a problem.
Last time I had a problem too.
You have the same problem in your own laptop.
No.
So boys, let me know it's working. So suppose if you want to take a number from the parameter, what you will do now? Little bit try to change. So what you have to do in the same script. Please help me. What should I do? If I don't want to use a read command here, you want to take this script as a parameter. What to change? What to change?
What parameter? Sorry.
If we ask you try to take a value as a parameter.
Then you put 1.
Very good. Where to put? Here.
Instead of 8.
Very good. Try to change it if you can change it. And here, everywhere just change and your task will be a little bit modified.
Is dollar like ampersand sign in C? Do you get it from the memory? Do you access it? That's why you wrote dollar or?
Dollar basically is the symbol like value of the variable. It is special character, special
It's
character.
like flash, right?
Special character. So
Okay.
one decided by the system is the first parameter. Okay.
Thank you.
And now here you can pass example 4. And here next example 1 you see. So my all conditions going to be satisfied. So you can use whatever you want. This is your choice. So now let's try to think about from the user point of view. Suppose user don't give any value here. So suppose user miss this value. So what we should do now?
Put an if statement like this.
Very good. Obviously, we have to put one more if. But last week I discussed with you how to count this variable. I mean to say not variable again, I'm making mistake. This is the parameter.
Yes, so you will put in an if statement and
But
then ask,
which variable I should use? Special variable. Do you remember last time I used? Okay. And you want to count how many parameters are there? How to use that? How to count? So which special variable I will use? This one.
Question.
$hash. Okay.
$hash.
$hash. See, this is a symbol. So let's go back to the script. What is the script? Compare again. And we have to put somewhere example in the beginning. So here, what we write here?
If $hash.
If test $hash. And you can give an example equal. You can give not equal or but it makes sense if it is a 0 equal 0. Then what you can write here? You can ask the user, please enter value. Okay, you can notify the user. And then after close it. Right? So done. Now, if you execute the script, you will see again, it is printing. That means I'm able to print my string, that is the echo, but still I'm not able to, because you know, it is okay. It is not an error. It is not an error. To be honest, it is not an error. It is telling us that it is a greater than equal operators here. Okay, but we have to think something new, how we can make it jumping here from this block. So that is important. Which command will help you here?
Which is line 17 here.
So what should I put here?
Where? Below echo.
Because I can see my result. Please enter the value. And after that, I can make it directly jump. Which command I should pass here in the bash?
You can just take this if then the next statement and put it in else.
No need.
No?
Only one command I will put. And after then I will skip it. So basically skipping here from this block.
Okay.
Which command?
No idea.
Exit.
Okay.
So please try. So it is very simple. You can try and nothing else here. Just try to do and you are solved. So guys, please see it is working for you. So I'm printing this again in front of you. So please try. So practically you can ask the user, do this. Think about. So you can use a special variable again with the if. It is very nice. So check out, please. It's okay for everyone. Let's try to do a little bit more in the same script. Maybe it will help you and you can find some solution on internet as well. So let's see. So suppose this time, let's see example. If I give 2, it give me the result. If user miss it, it's solved. But maybe user can give 2. Some words.
Can we turn it into a number?
Look here. What will be the result here?
Nothing.
Look here. Yeah. Yes, a result will be there, something there, but we need to understand again. Again, it is telling you 1721 integer expression expected. That means it was good. We were using the rule. That was not a problem. And also we can, the value is in between 5 and 10. It is not good actually. So actually try to understand how we can tell the user, don't give this word. We need only number. We need only number, basically integer. In other language, we call the integer. But here we have no such a data type here. So how it should solve such a problem in that case? So that's why command is important to understand. Last week I used, if you remember, maybe in the second or third session, I use the same command. So here, echo, do you remember? Echo, I try to use it here. Echo, so suppose after echo, what I wanted to do, suppose, let's say 2, it will give me the 2. So after pipe, I can start grep. Okay, I can search this 2. Think about. So what will happen? I can save it. I can search and it is good. And example here, I can write 1. Nothing. You understand? So here, if I do this, that means it is match. If you want to check it, the result, how to check the result? Which special variable will help me? This one. If it is match, that means it is a 0, right? And if it is not match, what will be the result? 1. You know, last time I used the same. This will help me to understand what is happening in the system. It will print the result of the latest command practically. So I want to check my result here. So in that case, what we need to use here? But here, the user will not give 2. We have to tell the user what? We have to tell the user give number, give numeric value. So let's go with the numeric value. Echo, let's see, suppose 2. Okay, just try to do the practice. We will go to the script later. Think about echo 2. So grep 2. So what will be the result? Match. Okay, so think here. 0 will come. Okay, but user can give example here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Think about. So long series. In that case, what we can do? So here, I will tell example here, echo 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then after you can use a grep. So very important here, we need to understand some regular expression that is called the reges. You can find on internet later on. This is very important, regular expression. Maybe last week I used, if you remember, when we working with the server script, you know, this one. Last week I used, if you remember, right? This cap. So this cap means to say start with. Start, you want to match. So here you can put this subset. So in your input, what should be there? Some number. And you know what is the limit of the number? Always in the computer system, number is 0 to 9, right? So you can write here, this is 0 to 9. Okay, that means the number should be start with this range, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maximum 9. Okay, so then it is good. Okay, and then after you can make continue example, user can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, who knows? In that case, you can put a continuational operator here like this, plus, slash, and plus, right? And at last, user will make to end. Example, after 3, we have nothing, right? So we have to put an end. So now if I want to put an end, I will use this symbol. You know, this symbol now consider as the regular expression. When I used with the echo, it was the dollar symbol, print the value. Okay, now do enter. Now I am perfectly match my input. So now what will be the happen here? What should be the result? Nothing, because it is not match. Okay, because I put the condition. This is, think about, this is a condition. Okay, so here it is match. Now what I wanted to do, I will use the WC command. You know what is WC command? Word count. So why we use that? In the server to count the user, L. If I pass L, what will happen? 1. That means I can count 1. That means it is going with the way. Okay, now if I wanted to see what is the result here of this whole command, what should be the output? 0 or 1? If it is match. Good. So now, can I store this 0 somewhere in my variable, new variable? Yes, I can store this 0 into the variable very easily. So let's try to copy this whole command. Can I copy the command? How to copy? Select and right click. Now go to the script. What was the script? Compare. This was the script. Let's go back here. Now you can change. Let's see here. The first block was good. Second block you can put here. Put one more variable. So here the idea is to create a new variable. Okay, example here x, or maybe you can give any new variable, and now you can assign this whole command here. It's okay, but we have to use the command substitution. And you know what is the command substitution? What should I use? The symbol backtick. You remember? I told you every time use command substitution in this way. You can use dollar another way, but it is very nice to use that. Try. But here, because user will not give 1, 2, 3. So what should I pass here? Because user will give the value from where? Keyboard, or maybe the parameter. But for first parameter. So what should I write here? $1. That means user are giving the value at $1, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, right? So X will be stored 0 or 1. That's all. Now task is almost solved. So what we can do here? Put one more block. So what block we can put? If test. Okay, the value of this X. The value of this X come to, I show you in the command prompt. It was match. It is a 0. Then what I can write here? So if it is match, what you can write here? So you can tell the user whatever you want here. Example here, please enter numeric value, or maybe you can write here, don't enter any string or word, something like that. And then after, what we have to do? Close the block. How to close? And important is exit. So I show you every time the way, and now I hope it will be okay. Now try to save the script.
We should write exit every time we don't include else statement, right?
Yes. So now here, what we wanted to do, you see, so my that block is called and it is working. So guys, please try to check how to work with such a error handling methods which can ask you. So in examination, maybe we will ask you, try to find the value from parameter. If miss something, try to take from other way. So it is very nice to do that. So let me know, is it working for you? Are you understandable what is happening here? Important is to understand how to use the maximum commands together to solve the problem in the task. So basically task was very simple. I try to give you some more inputs so you can work with it. So guys, let me know, is it good for you? Now I try to give the one task, if you can try. Please see your document. Now this is your task, try to do, if you can. There is a task, suppose F task. Task number F, not F, let's see, C is good. C, task number C. So I'm sharing in your chat box, but you have to use the if, okay? Yes, do you remember in the dot profile, I told you in every time if you want to log in into the profile file, every time you want to see the time, If you log in into the morning, it should give you the message good morning. If you log in into the night, it should give you the good night.
Okay.
So please try to create such a script in the bash. And you have to use what? You have to use the if. Please try. So I can give any name example, greeting or somehow. So please try now. But you should check your clock. So first of all, you have to create your own variable. Example, hour. So you have to decide what is the hour is running. How to create the hour. So which command? Date command. So after date command, what you wanted to do, you have to decide how to take an hour. If you remember in the second session, I discussed the same. And here you can put here. So your hour will be stored into this variable. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5, who knows, right? So now nothing, just try to compare with this hour. If test the value of this hour, simply just try to test with this hour. If it is a less than 12, what should write? Morning. You can print a morning very easily. Otherwise, you can write here else if. You can give one more condition if you want. I told you. So here, if test this hour is suppose less than, sorry, let's say 15. Remember here, it depends upon your clock. So I'm using such a clock format. So 15 is okay right now. That means 3 o'clock. Okay, and here you can write what it can be. Afternoon. Okay, so here you can write afternoon, and if you want to give any more condition, it is okay. But if you want to store it here, so right now you can, I'm going to close it here. So think about, so how you can do, so you can easily close this block here. So, but here, remember less than 12, and here we have to put then, okay, because then is like a block here. So then you can print your message like a morning. As if test is less than 10, then also put a that command here then. Okay, then you can put a afternoon. Okay, so now here you can write such a way. And if you want to give one more example else, so here you can give one more condition here. Let's say else if test hour less than, after 15, what should be example 6 mean to say 18, right? Something, please think. So else if, then you can write here what message? Good. You can write a full word if you want. This is only practicing. Okay, so here you can write a good evening. So you want to go with the more condition, so go with else part. But here try to stop the condition. So last will be the by default will be the good night. And now you need to close your blocks. How many if I use? 1, 2, 3, right? And here almost I think it is okay. Now if I want to greet, now the time you see, I think I have lower than 12 o'clock. So it is good. But when I execute my script in the evening, it should give me the message. What message it should give me? The good evening, good afternoon. You know, it depends on, this is a system script. So now the task is you have to take this script into where? Which file? Dot profile. This is your next task. You can also try this one. So dot profile, do you remember? That is a scripting start script when you can change your language. If you remember, I given you, right? So you can put this script over there and try log in, and surely you will see your clock time. You will see the greeting message. Whatever you want, you can do with such a script. So guys, let me know, is it good for you? Is working for you? So command substitution is one more way you can try. Example here, this bracket. Okay, this is also try, and here, but you have to put the whole value with dollar. It is also good. Okay, the value of the whole expression. It is good. Okay, so this is your choice how to work with it. So this is another way you can try. Okay, try please. And maybe you can also try example. You can try with the example L if in the short way. Try to use. Please see here what happens when I put the elif. The last phi is red color, right? That means no need to put. Next one. Can you see? One more F is red, right? That means I need to remove this block. So guys, please try to see. You can also try a short word else if, I can also use L if. It is also possible, right? So now let's try to see, try to execute. It is also good for me. So you have a lot of options which you wanted to apply, do that. So here I use L if. So you can see here how to use that. So guys, is good for you? Are you able to print your clock greeting? Is okay for here? Is good? It's working now? So I hope I'm going to finish this topic. The topic is decision, and I'm going to close this whole topic right now. Okay. So I think it is clear to you. So you can solve such a problem when we have decision. You can try with very easily. Okay, now please go to your document. There is a next topic in the document, case. And case, just like a switches option you have. So let's try to create a case. So I wanted to, you can give any name. So I'm opening a new script. You can see here. So the task is here. We will try to use that. You want to example, create some example, the task number A. Let's try to do. This is nice. I think we can try this because it will cover all the commands as well. Can you see such a way? Try to do this task. Let's try it. So it is telling you that you can use the if statement, no problem. You can try, but I will give you the another syntax, another topic. Okay. So how to use a case? You can create your own case. So what is the syntax or idea to use that? So first of all, you use a case, just like a if command here. Okay. You can create your case here. So you can decide which option, if you pass, based on which option, which command should be executed. So here I wanted to use, and I will take that switch as the first parameter. So first parameter mean to say $1. So because user will give the option on the $1, right? So case will decide it. And then after in. Okay. So then after you can do, don't go to the same line, do enter, and here give your option, your choice. So here you can start with the hyphen or without hyphen. This is your choice. But remember here example L. And you know what was the L? You are going to create your own switch, your own option, and close the bracket. Okay. If your case match with this hyphen L, so which command should be executed? ls command. ls, what was the ls? ls was the simply command, right? So ls command will be executed, and then after do enter and make a break. This is the break actually, which will stop your first case, right? And then after you can put your another case option here, example D. So what is D? This is your new option. You can decide. So D can be decided if you pass a D. Which command should be executed? Date. Okay, and then break. So it is written there. D will print out the date. What is the next one example here? W. W mean to say a new switch which can decide the logged in user. How to print the login user? Which command? Who command. Fantastic, who command. But there are a lot of commands. I told you get ent is also there, and finger command is there. There are a lot of things. So you will see some tasks later on and you can do that. So now look here, who command will help you. Okay, and then after you have to make a break. So similarly, you can go more and more and more. But right now, let's try to stop it here. So if it is not matched with L, D, or W, what will be the by default? Just like a else, else if. I use the else if, right? So what is the else here? Star, this one. This is called the guys practically like a else, or maybe you can see the by default. Okay, so here you can pass your example help or somehow echo. You can give your statement for the user. For user, you can see, so user, you have select which option you have given your script, L or -D or -W. Okay, so you have give this message and don't forget to close it here. Now the time comes for close the whole case. How we can close the whole case? This bracket. No, same like if. How we close the if? Reverse. So similarly, we have to reverse this ESAC. Now you see when I type it, it will match the color. Now I think it will be okay, and try to execute it. How to save it? You know very well how to save it. WQ will help you. And bash, and then give the first case example L. Can you see? It will give you the file in the current path or location. And then after, what is the next one? W. What will be the output here? Print the users. Can you see? Okay, and what was the D? D will print what? Date. So guys, let me know, are you able to understand this case? So please follow the structure, and I hope there should not be any problem. So you can solve such a task with if as well. There is not a problem, but you can try later on. But you should know how we use the case in the bash. Oh, guys, I hope this is okay. Now let's go to the next part. Next part in the document, cycles. So, in bash, we have such a cycle. So try to understand first command, sequence command. Can you see sequence? And do 5. Sequence itself a cycle, guys. Look here. After sequence command, you can give 5. You see, it will give you the some number sequence, right? Just like a cycle. Example 10. What will be the output? 10 numbers. Okay. So apart from this sequence command, we have to understand some cycle in the bash. So how we can understand this cycle? So important cycle is the for cycle. And there is also the while cycle. Okay, we will try, but first of all, let's go with the for cycle. What is this for cycle here? Yes, it is sure. This is actually loop. So what we can use here? So try to do the task number B. So let's try to see Vim example here for .sh. So I can give as my script name, like, to understand. So can you see here right now? So try to do such a task. That is a simple tongue twister, nothing else, tongue twister. So write a script which will try 5 times your tongue twister. Example, you can see the tongue twister is there in front of you. Okay, if two witches were watching two watches, which would watch which watch? It is tongue twister. So this is only joke and try. So you need to print out this tongue twister 5 times, 7 times, 10 times, 50 times. So when we use the because one option is use the echo command perfectly. So how many times you have to give the echo command? Example here. Look here. Very simple. This one. And what is this our tongue twister words here? I can put it here and I can put it here, right? Okay. So I put is one here. Now 1 YY. How many time I put it here? 5. Okay. And you see here, it is done. Task is solved. But it is not a general good idea to use a several time echo command. So what we do, we have to remove such a 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 DD. Okay. So idea is to understand the cycle, how to use the cycle here in the bash. So very easy, use a 4 here. In the beginning, you will write here 4. So just like case, just like if, you remember, we use that. And after 4, what we have to do, give the simple variable name. But here, don't put here example I something, because it is not a value here. So right now I can put example I here. I am and whatever you wanted to give. And then after in. So this variable will look in this position. And here, what I have to pass, I have to pass any command here practically. Okay, so I have given you in the beginning which command? Sequence command, right? So I can use a sequence command. So sequence command will be start. How many times you wanted to do that? So start with 1 and goes to 5, right? And then after, you can put a back tick here. This is called the command substitute here. Okay, and here this bracket, no, don't use. What we will use? Do and done. Very simple. So do and done, just like a closing and opening bracket. Think about just like then, in the if we have a then. Same way, try to understand the syntax. So what is happening here? The cycle will start based on your command, which you pass here. Right? So what we can do here? The task is solved. So you can use your cycle very easily. Right? So guys, this way you can try to use your cycle very easily. But here, which I show you, command substitution is another option is to remove this backtick. You can also try here in this bracket, which I show you in the greeting script where we use the if command with hours. Do you remember here? It is also possible here. So basically, it is the value of the whole command. So in examination or in homework, you will not use a single command. Based on your task, you will use sequence of command. One task I will do here, okay, but you will understand here. Now, what will happen? It is good. So guys, try to check out, is there any problem in your terminal or not? Are you able to use this simple for cycle in your bash or not? Try please. And then try to do the task number C. Now I give you the task, try to give the task number C. What is the task number C? This one. Can you try please? This time the value comes for the parameter. This one. So try to change the script, which give how many times you write the tongue twister the same. But this time you have to use the $1, $2, $3. So where should I change in the script? Think about where to change it. So example, sequence 1 is okay. It will start with the 1. And then after it goes to the 5. But who will decide the 5? User will decide the 5. So user will give from where? 2 choices, from the keyboard or maybe the parameter. Third choices also can be possible from the file. That is not a problem, but I will discuss later on. Okay. Now close here. What should I write? Which parameter? $1. Okay. So it is also possible. Right. So now what will happen? Just little bit change and try to execute the script. Here you can decide to. If I write 20, what will happen? 20 times will be there. You understand? So this is the general idea for using the bash cycle. Which cycle specifically? For cycle. So guys, let me know, is it working for you or not? Are you understandable what is happening here? Now go for the task number D. Now I will use directly server level script here. So I hope you can understand this one. So Vim example greet underscore user dot sh. Okay. So this is the task here, guys. Can you see message? Can you see the task in your screen? I hope. So try to use this one. So what you have to do, you have to send the greeting message, good morning, whatever, which you want, to every user who are logged in into the server. So how to use that? Think about. So you can use a very simply echo and who command, it is okay. But there is not a one user. There are 100 of users. So in that case, what we have to use here? So please think. So first of all, for cycle, you can start. After for cycle, you have to decide what? You have to decide the variable. So which variable? User. Think about. You can give any name which you think good for you. So I'm looking for the user. Okay, where? Here I can give the command. Which command? Who command. And I told you, you can use a couple of commands here, which can solve that task. Right? So let's try to give this simple who command first. And then after, do and done. And here you can print the example. Right, let's see which greeting you want to give. Good morning to the user. Okay, so let's try to see what will happen. Try to execute it. Greet underscore user and do enter. Can you see right now? Good morning is added in front of the first column, right? But this is not good. We have to go to the this user IDs, how we can arrive into there. So first of all, that's why in the beginning I told you, understand the command. Okay, who command. And after that, what we can use here? What we use here? How to print the user only? Cut command. F1. F1, what is F1? This is the field one, that is a column, right? And D, you know what is the D? Delimiter, because here this space, you know, such a space we need to remove. Okay, and then after I will sort all the users. Sorted, and then after I can apply unique users. Now I can be count 29 user. You understand? We use the same concept, but here we don't need to count. Our task can be solved with this command only. So how many command? This is the collection of how many commands? 4. Can we go back to the script? So I told you in a real life, you will use a collection of the commands. So please think. So in this way, you can use very easily the collection of the command in the for cycle. Okay. So now what will happen? When you will execute your script, you will see you are sending the good morning to every user here. Think, please. Is it good for everyone? You can also improve the script again. This is only the Neptune ID. This is only the Neptune ID. So what about the usernames? Where are the usernames? Because you can see here, this is the Neptune ID here. Think about, in my case, sure, it is the like a first user, but for a student case, can you see these are the simple Neptune ID? How I can see the username? Which command I have to pass? I think I discussed with you maybe second or third session. I will use a finger command. Okay, and let's see, after finger command, I wanted to give example this users. Okay, copy and paste here. And what is Neptune ID? And I want to check. Let's see what the information will comes. Naz is here. You know, see the username is Naz here, right? So what we have to do? So we want to send the greeting to not this student, for every student. Think about how we can do that. What is the idea to use here? So first of all, it is good. And send a pipe, use a pipe. And after pipe, what we have to do? Where this user information, which line? Which line it is? Think about. First line. How I can print the first line? Which command need to give? What happens? First line is there. So still I want to print the student name. How I can print the student name? Which command again? Very good. Cut F3. Super. F3 mean to say third column. And what is the separator here? No, here. Colon. Can you see? I can easily extract the student name. So can I use such a idea in my script? Yes, try to use that. So here, what you will use, you will put your whole command here. You know, just I copied from there and I paste it here. So now, because here I have to put here example, the user name should become here. Okay. And I can put in the command substitutions. Don't forget to put in the command substitutions, because this is the package of the command, right? So here, because I don't want to look for the specific user, I want to look for the every user. So here I can put my variable name, example Neptune ID. Okay, so Neptune ID will give me, and here I can change it. And here I will change for the Neptune ID here, NID, and the value of the Neptune ID. Now, can you see how I change my script? Okay, so now the user will store in user. Now I can send this good morning to user, right? The task is done. So let's see how we can do that. So it's going to be started, and you will see the names goes to the greeting goes to the every users. Okay. So I think everybody will be happy to check out the greeting message for them. So practically, if I want to cancel this process, which command signal need to pass? Control C. This is signal. Do you remember? So please try to see, my students here, what we can do. Look here. Please see. Are you able to use the cycle, for cycle in such a way? Try, please. It's working for you? It's okay for everybody? Okay, so now let's try to use a while cycle. While.sh. So here we try to use the task number B. Please try to see the task number B. I will also give the syntax to the while cycle. Okay. So here you need to use a short script, which is a basically script for adding some numbers here. So first of all, you create your variables. Example here, you need to create a script which can read the 5 number and try to add them. Create a variable example, sum starting with the 0. And your counter here, example, it is also 0. So you can decide your first variable and you can start a while cycle. So I show you previously for cycle. Now you can try to use the while cycle. So while cycle, then you can use the test command again. Logical expression. Okay. So what is the logical expression? I want to check the count. I want to basically put my condition. It goes to expose less than 5 here. The value of this variable is a lower than 5. Okay. If it is lower than 5, syntax is the same like a 4. Okay. Then what you can do and done. This is actually the block here of the while cycle. And in between that, you can ask the user read, take a value. Number example here, you want to take a number and you can store, suppose new variable n. You can give anything. And then after what you want to do, you want to make a add these numbers. So you can use the expression command or you can use a simple command. So if you want to use the expression command, what you have to use? Simple backtick, start and end. Okay. So after expression command, what you can use here? So how do you can add the sum? Sum plus number. So basically sum plus number here. So how you can do here? Sum and number here, right? So this is for the first number if user gives. What about the second number? Because the cycle will start up to 5. So I need to increase one more number. So in that case, what we have to do? Count plus 1. Because here you use a again expression command. Okay, so here you see you can increase the counter like this. So basically, but here you have to put the value like this. Okay, so this is also possible. You can try. And here this cycle will goes in the last. You can write here out of the cycle, out of the block. So you can print the sum of the final variable will there. So please try to see. So here you decided your 2 variables and here simply while test the value of this variable lower than 5, it will works. Then go to there and try to ask a user give your n. Okay, the n will be added in the sum. It was 0 in the beginning. Then after one more number will come. So cycle will goes. Okay, so the value will be changed here. So here you do enter. So example 3, 2, 1, 4 and C. So this cycle will goes based on your condition here. Again, I will show you. Right. So how many number I took from the user? 5 numbers. So it will solve your problem very easily. So if you want to use expression command, go for it. But if you don't want to use expression command, which method you will use? Dollar and expression method, value of the expression with dollar, which I have given you the previously. This is your choice how to work with it. So guys, let me know, is it working for you? So now one more cycle. So right now what I wanted to do, quickly I try to example cp command, while and until .sh. So what will happen now? I am copying my script. Okay, so while whole data will be copied into which new file? What is the new file? Until. Okay, so same task I want to do with the until. Same task I want to do with the until. Think about what will happen here. Nothing else, just try to change the English language syntax very simply. So here we just print the until here. But what we have to do, so you have to change your conditions here, because previously we were go with the less than, but this time you have to change with the different operator here. So example, greater than or greater than equal. Think about. So now it will work until the condition goes true here, right? Yes, 2, 3, 3, it's done. So here we have one more cycle, that is the until cycle. So you can use this cycle very easily. So how many cycle we have? 4, while and until in the bash right now. So you can try these cycle very easily. Little bit more changes. If you don't want to use a test command, what you can use? This bracket I told you. So this is your choice how to deal with it. Okay. And one more here. So you can directly use here count plus plus like other languages, but you have to put in the expression. Okay, so it is also possible to use that. So think about, guys, is it good for you? You understand how to use these different cycles into the bash. That is very much important. Okay, so think about, you have to do such an important task very easily. Okay, so I hope we are done with the maximum topic covered in this session, and almost we are done with this document. So next week we will meet again, and I will try to do more focus directly on the filing actually. Okay, so an important task, if I give you the file, because in the examination I will give you such a task. Okay, for next session is most important again. Okay, and thank you very much. I think it is enough for the today, and see you next week with the more practice.